we're going to start out seated and sitting up on something, a blanket, block, cushion. We're also going to use a strap for part of our practice today, so you can grab that. You can also use a scarf or a towel or a belt, anything that's long and you can hold on to. So finding a comfortable seat, sitting with the spine rising really tall, shoulders melting away from the ears, softening the gaze or closing the eyes, letting the belly soften as you begin to breathe more expansively. And honoring the nourishment of more rest, the nourishment of the rains, water sustaining life, gently falling to the earth, connecting with the fallen leaves to create compost to nourish all that will grow in the seasons to come. Feeling yourself in this space and time. This exact moment where you are sitting right here, right now. This pause to be with the breath. And may we cultivate that awareness, that energy, that presence to then share it with the macrocosm, the world that is rushing, it's lost its seasonal awareness and alignment. It forgets to notice nature as our teacher. And requires nature to speak more loudly, to try to get our attention, to communicate her needs. May we each be present enough to know, to see, to hear, to feel. And as we shine the light of presence through this full moon, may we come to know and to echo more and more peace. Peace in our lives by doing our own inner healing work, peace in the world by showing up to do that larger work with others. for now, just letting that be a prayer through the breath. A couple more deep breaths here. Bringing your hands to press palm to palm at your heart center. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, interlacing the hands, pressing them away from you, rounding your spine. Inhale, arms up, heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, wrist circles, float the arms out and down. Oops. Interlacing the hands behind the back, rolling the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Arms, heart to gaze. Exhale here and take another breath. And as you exhale, releasing, hands come back to the heart. Take an inhale here. Exhale, interlace the hands, press them away from you, rounding your spine. Inhale, arms up, heart lifts, gaze. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale up. Exhale, wrist circles. Float the arms out and down. Interlacing the hands behind the back. Rolling the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Arms, heart to gaze. Exhale here. And 2 more breaths. Expanding through the heart. And releasing here. Bringing the hands to rest on the legs. Take an inhale here. Exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale, back down to the heart. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, heart. Again to the right, inhale. Exhale, heart. Inhale, left. Exhale, heart. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, folding forward, melting out over the legs, stretching from the low back and hips. And then from here, beginning to sway side to side. Moving the arms to support you as the torso begins to swing out over the legs, side to side. Flow back and forth. It is the rhythm of our lives, the night and day, the seasons, And beginning to come up, and you can place your hands on your legs now, and we're going to rock over to each side and then fall forward. And feel yourself in this rhythm. And then circling all the way around in a big circle. The fullness of life. The fullness of the cycles. The fullness of the moon. Let's go back the other way. Lovely, and then coming back to center, stretching the legs out in front of you, bouncing out the knees, rolling the feet around. Nice. Squeeze the legs in against each other. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Really lengthen those arms by the ears and then lean back. Feel the core shake. Without rounding the spine. And then coming forward, lengthen, 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 and then round the spine. Let the hands land wherever they do. And a few breaths here, melting into this forward fold, soft bend in the knees. One more breath here. And then inhale, coming back up, reaching the arms up, lengthen, lengthen, press out through the fingertips and the heels. Feel that expansion. Exhale, float the arms out and down. Lovely. From here, we'll come to hands and knees. Feel free to put your blanket underneath your knees if you'd like. Hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread really wide, knees underneath the hips or a little bit wider. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to move right ear towards right hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear, left hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. And this time from here, we're going to round up, center the body to a cat pose, and then come over left ear, left hip, and then melt down into a cow pose. So we're going to move around in this circle. Honoring the circle of the full moon, the water cycle, all of it so connected, nourishing. If you've got this circle going on, see if you can reverse it the other way. If this is a little challenging, just move your hips and your head around in a way that feels good to you. Just getting the spine moving in all directions. Beautiful. Coming back to neutral tabletop here and sinking back to a child's pose. With your next inhale, pulling forward to hands and knees. And we're going to stretch the right leg out long and then rotate it around to the side. So right foot is on the floor and we're going to swing the body back and forth. And gentle and just to the extent that feels good to you. You can even walk your hands a bit forward and a bit back, getting into that inner thigh. And then coming back to neutral here with that leg still stretched out, and we're going to draw some rainbows. So lifting up and over, touching down, lifting up and back to the right. Following with your gaze to see the toes on each side. And then we'll come back, toes touching down to the left, and pivot that left leg around, reaching the right arm up into the air, expanding here. Ta-da! And shine out your sparkle with the full moon, and then coming back, finding your way to hands and knees again. We'll press back to child's pose. And then pulling forward to your forearms and interlacing the fingers, tucking the bottom pinky in. So elbows are underneath the shoulders here. We're going to curl the toes under and press back to a dolphin pose. This is more of a shoulder opener. And you're welcome to stay here. If you'd like a little more challenge, we're going to do 3 dolphin push-ups. So we're going to inhale, pulling forward, nose goes past the hand, and then pressing back up, exhale. Here's 2 and 3. Beautiful. Drop the knees back down. Coming up onto the hands, we're going to stretch the left leg out to the side and begin to shift back and forth, stretching into that leg. Nice. And then coming back to center, and we'll draw some rainbows with the leg. So up and over to the right, up and around to the left. And the next time it comes around to the right, we're going to stay there, pivot the right leg back, and then reaching up, expanding through the heart here. One more inhale. And exhale, making your way back to hands and knees and to a child's pose. Pulling forward to the forearms again, interlacing the hands, tucking the bottom pinky in, curl the toes under, press back to a dolphin pose. Really feel those shoulders opening. You're welcome to stay here, or we'll do 3 dolphin push-ups. Inhale, coming forward, exhale, pressing back. Here's 2. And 3. Beautiful. Dropping the knees, coming back up to the hands. And we'll curl the toes under, press back to a down dog. Moving or finding stillness here, whatever feels best to you. And with your next inhale, little baby step by little baby step, walk up to the top of your mat. Hang in a forward fold. And then with your next inhale, sweeping the arms out and up, standing all the way up, palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to step the right foot back and do a little full moon flow here. So toes pointed out slightly to the sides. We're going to sit down into goddess pose. So you want to make sure your knees are not falling in. They're tracking out over the toes. Nice opening here. You can shift a little side to side. And then inhale, sweep the arms out and up, and we're going to make this beautiful moon around our heads. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, move over to the right and come all the way around. Coming up, poppy hips today. Go back to the left. Nice, and then inhale, expanding up, lengthen through the legs, open through the arms, 5-pointed star. And then we'll sit back down into goddess pose, bringing the arms out to the sides and shifting side to side here. Keep the breath flowing. Sink a little deeper maybe. And then inhale, lifting up, expanding out, 5-pointed star. Feel into the cycles of connectivity, your own cycles too. Inhale, opening the eyes if they're closed, reaching the arms up. And we're going to exhale, bringing the hands down to the right side of the mat, coming into a lunge and kind of melt into that. And then we're going to come back up, rotating the feet, coming up and around, coming over to the left, melting into the lunge on this side. Do this a few times. Inhale, coming up and around, melting. Inhale and exhale. One more round. And coming back to center, and last time sitting down into a goddess pose, finding that full moon circle around your head, open heart, take an inhale, exhale around to the right, coming up and back to the left. Strong core, strong base here. Sinking into your goddess pose. Some intensity perhaps, and then inhale, lifting up, 5-pointed star. Loading the arms out and down. Lovely. All right, so from here, we're gonna come onto our backs. I didn't forget about this strap, don't worry, we're gonna use it now. So we're gonna come down onto our backs and finding the strap. We're gonna do left side first today. So looping the the strap around the ball of the left foot and lengthening the leg up towards the sky. And if it feels comfortable for you to stretch that right leg out, please do. Whichever legs are lengthened, flex them back towards the body. And invite those left toes to come towards the head. We're making sure not to create any tension in the shoulders. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to open the leg out to the left, keeping the right hip grounded down. And that requires some internal engagement here. That right hip not to pop up off the floor. And still inviting the toes up towards the head, left leg. So the moon pulls on the tides. We have our own rhythms with watery flow in the pelvis. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, shifting over to the right. And stretching the left arm out. Nice stretch through the hips here. And let that right leg relax. Melting fully into this twist. Let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. With your next inhale, unwind. Come back to center, switch legs. Might realign the spine. Extending right leg now up, and left leg goes out long, or you can keep it bent but on the floor. And inviting the toes in towards the head. Keeping the shoulders and the jaw relaxed. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, open that leg out to the right. Keeping that left hip grounded down. So really engage here to keep it from popping up off the floor. And with your next inhale, bring the leg up, switch the straps over into the left hand, and guide all the way over to the left. Left leg can relax, right arm reaching out. Soften the body into this shape. Letting go. Bringing out the inner dish rag. Let's take 2 letting go breaths. With your next inhale, unwind. Back to center, releasing the strap. Setting it to the side. We'll bring the soles of the feet together on the floor. Hands down to the low belly. Honoring the emotions and flow in the pelvis. Breathing deeply down to this region so the hands rise and fall. One more breath here. And then hugging the knees in. And letting the knees come away from each other. Reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet. The ankles for happy baby pose. Rocking a little side to side here. If there's any final poses you would like to find before coming to Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, stretching out long on your back. Setting yourself up well. Maybe the blanket supporting you or covering you up. Relaxing the jaw. Softening the shoulders away from the ears. Letting the belly rise and fall with the breath. Melting into the earth like the gentle raindrops falling outside. Feeling this place of belonging in this moment. Allowing these days to be cozy days. Bringing your awareness back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. As you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. Sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by Loy McWhorter to wash over you. This is a poem called Blessings of Every Moment. When it rains, we feel the blessings of the mother, cool, persistent, unforgetful, on our skin, on the wet leaves beneath our bare feet, along the softened ground, an invitation to walk more quietly, because we are never alone in her world, and there is always another life form to consider. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. I thank you for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.